Maxwell Gishu is a financial coach, has been working with training Chamas, particularly at Centonomy. We begin with you, Maxwell. I think that would be the best place to begin. You've been training Chamas and working with them for a while. Talk to us about maybe some of the common issues that affect Chamas in Kenya.
All right. First and foremost is to say that Chama is really a great vehicle to uplift many around this country, not just the country, but across the world. And one of the things that help is because when you have a common goal, then it becomes easy to spur one another to good works. But having said that, some of the challenges that are common, we can start with Chamas. One of the greatest challenges, people are not able to transit from friends or as families to business, because Chama running now becomes a business. Just the way Yvonne and I would start a company and call it something limited company, we come with a different mindset. That is the greatest challenge, and inability to move from friends or we are cousins or we are workmen into that business. The second one has to do with personalities. So one of the things we do at Centonomy is to take you through the personalities test for people to understand themselves and then understand their neighbor. So that means, Yvonne, we could have been friends, but when we get to the Chama, your personality manifests. So if Maxwell is choleric, then I tend to, overshare and tend to domineer the meetings.
Yes.
So in a meeting of 20 people, you keep having 2 to 3 guys who are the only guys who are always coming, contributing and talking. Not that the other 17 have nothing to say, but because we don't understand our personality, we forget we are extroverted and we talk too much. So that for me is our second one. And the third one, which is very critical, is leadership. Now, just because we are friends, Yvonne, and you get to earn more than I do in the professional field, doesn't mean when we come to the Chama that Yvonne now becomes a chairman. Or you choose Maxwell because he has a big stomach and he drives a big car, right? We need to get a template or something to guide us on how we choose these leaders. Because everything rises and falls on leadership. It is true of any nation, of any company, every family, and any organization.
And
the
any
same applies.
And that brings me to the next question, which is about having a common goal. Maxwell, is that also something that Chamas
Absolutely. Everywhere we have 2 or 3 people coming together, the number one thing that unifies us is having a common goal. And I want to give an example about Chamas. Even some Chamas started, like maybe your girlfriends from your former high school, you guys are meeting once every month. Then we decide every time we meet at this restaurant, we end up spending, let's say, 10,000. Then 5-6 months later, we decide, guys, why can't we spend maybe 5 and then get to save 5? So there are some Chamas that started, they really didn't have a goal or an objective of what they really wanted to do. It was just born out of friendship or camaraderie or whatever any other bond that was there. And I usually say how the Chama started really for me I don't care about it. It's now that we've realized this is where we are and we really want to be serious about it. So one of the things we would help do is help you come up with a unified goal. Like Stephen was saying, we are different people with different aspirations from different backgrounds, different experiences and all that. So we need to come together and brainstorm. I tell Chamas, you'd rather do this a whole day. Brainstorm, where do we want to go? Because like I said, we are different people, and I hope the person leading, like Stella was saying, leadership is very important, gets to hear from everyone. Even these people who are quiet, they say, I think what I wanted to say has been said. Say, okay, say it in your voice, because we didn't hear it in your voice. So that we get everyone's idea. Because when I keep coming and I don't feel like my thoughts or my concerns are also taken care of, then we cease to have that camaraderie. So the first thing is for us to decide where do we want to go. We might not be very definitive. I'm sure even Stephen will tell us today where they are. Probably they never saw it that way. But let's have at least something we can agree on. Then once we have that, a goal is very important. Once we have that, now we can talk about the constitution, because it's a vehicle upon which we will use to access that goal. So a goal is very important for any group.
And that goal can change along the way.
Absolutely. Even COVID period has shocked us, even from the business world. There are people who never thought we would go online, but we had to, because it's either you adapt or you die. And sometimes even this group, when we started, maybe we started after a campus. In campus, we've got too many aspirations, we know nothing of the world, and we think, oh, adulting is easy. Then we come out, and then we get these challenges. People are getting children, these things are happening. Then we realize, guys, we really really need to be serious about it.
Yeah.
So can we start and refine our vision? It was just about buying someone a suit so they can go for an interview, but 2 of us, 3 of us have gotten kids, and we are wondering what will happen when they go to school. So can we refine? So the vision can keep evolving and growing, and that's why we need to keep reviewing. And like I said before, we need to run these groups as professional organization. Every year, can we audit where we are? What was our plan? Have we achieved what we wanted? What have we invested in? Is it giving us the returns or not? Do we hold or do we sell, right? That's why we need that meeting, and we need to track it. Even if you'll be shocked, there are groups that have money. There's a group that came to St. Autonomy because they realized they have 2 million. Then they said, we just realized we have money and we don't know what to do
with it.
Because guys were consistent and disciplined in giving their contributions. Then the world happened, guys traveled to different countries. Now they realize you have 2 million. So now what can we do? So we talk about goals, we talk about the constitution. What Stella was saying is very important. And then that constitution, everyone needs to feel it addresses them
their
and their
needs.
needs.
Yes.